Alright everyone, so today we are talking about the Radiator. You can see I have it done, but I wanted to do an intro to say that I am trying to get this tractor done and running. When I say done, as in running and together enough to take it to the Classic Green reunion at the end of June here in 2021. So if you guys don't know about it, big show in Columbus, Ohio, last weekend in June. I think it's the 24th through the 27th. It's starting Thursday through Sunday. So I'm going to try and get this together enough, but we shall see. So hopefully you guys, if you're going, will see it there. Want to reach out to me somehow. Love to meet some of you guys if you guys have any questions. So anyways, let's get to it. Alright guys, so today is Radiator Day. The other day was Radiator Day, except ran into something funny. So this is your water pump bottom for your G's. That is not the one that came with this tractor. Why do I have a different one? Well, you know, I would say somebody let it freeze at some point. This isn't done very well, so I just decided to get another one. I'm not going to junk this one. It may be salvageable. It just doesn't look, I can't tell if it's not great in there or what. What's interesting, and I can't imagine this is it. So you can see the hole, of course, doesn't go all the way to the bottom of the reservoir. I wonder, I'm curious, even with it drained, if water in here was enough to freeze it and break it. I doubt it. So it's just not that much water, but pretty ugly. So anyway, I'm using the same core. Let's walk out here and go look at that. I ran the hose on it. Would I like a new core? Yes, of course. Do I want to spend more than $250 right now on a new core? Not really. So we're going to try this one again. Like I said, cleaned it up. I kind of brushed out the top because it was pretty plugged up. I got to run a scraper on here to get a little bit more, but I'm going to try and get that back on. We've got a gasket maker. Somewhere around here I got blue RTV. If you guys don't want to buy an actual bolt kit, here's what you'll need. I forget, the bolt kits are like $30 or something like that, which kind of stinks because you can go to your hardware store and get all this, except square nuts and square heads are hard to find. Anyway, so there you go. So now I have it on record for myself if I ever want to do this again. Got our new gaskets. So yeah, here we go. If you guys are doing this, hopefully you have good luck getting it apart. The fasteners and such can get pretty rusted, especially ones that go in the castings. They're known to break off. At that point, you got to drill them out. And yeah, fun. But the last person who had this apart, obviously to put the water pump bottom on and stuff. Can't say when they did that, so to say how fresh the bolts were, but I did find anti-seize on some of the bolts. So thank you to whoever last had this apart and was thoughtful enough to do that. Oh yeah, I should say I got anti-seize too, and that reminds me to go get it. Putting this all together. So okay, here we go. Okay, so I got everything attached to the bottom. Well, almost everything. I'll get to that bolt in a minute. So all of these bolts here are the same, front and rear. Nut goes on the bottom. The only exclusion to that, when I took this apart, this one here and that one there were the other way, since the nut to the front pedestal is there. So let's see if you can see it there. Actually, sorry, that one. So it's pretty close. It maybe would have had enough clearance, I don't know, but I just went ahead and did it the way it was. These here are 1¼ inch long. That one, the one on the other side. These here are 1 inch, and they just thread into this piece, versus these have the nut on the bottom. Then these 4 bolts, front and rear, both sides are the same. So with the water pump, obviously you don't need these 2 nuts here. This one went in real tough. This one, I don't like how tough it's going. I think I'm going to take that out, run a tap down it, just clean the hole out or something. I have a feeling it's full of dirt, things like that. I don't know. So yeah. So next we'll get the top on and hopefully wrap this up. Well, one note I want to say, someone probably already made their judgment with the last clip, but I use Permatex as a real thin coat. I'm also, I'm not one of those people to go hog wild with it, because I just wanted to fill in the crevices. So you can see, I had just a little bit come out, but overall I put it on very thin, because I don't want that to really be, my main sealant. I really want it to be the gasket. So it's real thin on there. It's not coming out all around, like I just went hog wild with it. Yeah, okay. I guess I want to add, so how I did this was, I put these on first, front and rear, got the bolts through them, and then I still had these just snug, not very tight. Then I put these on both sides. You got to kind of pound them in, because you're sitting on top of the radiator flange here, but yet you're going under the flange here. So just keep tapping top, bottom, right, left. Eventually get it lined up. I got these holes lined up first, even though they're blind. And then I dealt with those. And then once all the bolts were in and I knew everything was lined up, I went ahead and tightened them all down. So, all right, on to the top. All right, everyone, I got the top piece on here too. I know I didn't show this piece apart. It was pretty rough. I took the wire brush, the power wire brush, and did the mating surface, but it was kind of flaky and everything. So this for sure needed, some Permatex to fill in some holes and gouges and such. This one became a lot more difficult to line up the holes, just because you've got everything on the bottom already. Yeah, so these on the front are different from well, that there is a stud actually, so yeah, that's different. I'm trying to think, maybe it was, so these that came with the kit are hexes here, those are squares there. I think these are the same size as what was down here and underneath. Yeah, I think these are just the nuts. So yeah, I need to take this piece off yet and put a new gasket in here. But otherwise that will complete the radiator. I'm undecided if I want to secure this down now with the 2 bolts from underneath, or if I want to wait, because when you put the fan shaft assembly on or take it off, it's difficult to do with the fan shroud. And what I mean by that is you can't put the fan assembly on, have the radiator in there, and then sneak the fan shroud by somehow. You got to have it either sitting out there already. But I wondered if I don't bolt this down, if I could just shift it forward enough to then put the fan shroud on. But I don't know. We'll just have to see when we get there. So hopefully we'll get water in this once the engine comes back together, hopefully it'll be good and sealed. So, all right, everyone, have a good day.